Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Football Plays YouTube channel. Today is Wednesday, April 16th. It's 6:40. I fell asleep before the game on Tuesday night. Kind of crazy. Got myself a whole 10 hours, basically, to sleep last night, which is something I usually don't do. But Memphis saw that they were ahead 101 to 100. And then the Warriors closed them out with some good defense, apparently, and some good shot making. So we got a win on the board for the first, or I guess the last play of the night. 2-0 day on the game picks, 0-2 day on the player props. Player props were tough because the first game, Wagner didn't shoot enough, and then the second game, Jimmy Butler shot too much. But Jimmy Butler was amazing in that first half when I was watching. I think he had 19 and 5, maybe even 20 plus and 5 at the half. And he only had one assist in the second half, which is kind of tough for the over 6.5. But we'll take a 2-2 day in the playoffs or in the play-in games for the better teams. I will say I've got my finger on the pulse for these games. I mean, basically what I talked about on Thursday or Tuesday or Monday or whatever the video came out, that's what happened. The Magic, fourth quarter, locked down defensively. Trae Young gets a little bit upset, gets himself ejected. Will it matter in 2 days whenever he has to play again? I'm not sure. I don't know if that's his 18th technical or if an ejection comes with suspension, but I highly doubt the NBA does anything, even if it's his 18th technical. I don't. I mean, they took it away from Anthony Edwards. I don't think they're gonna make Trae Young miss that game because he's obviously the most important player for the Atlanta Hawks. But we will take the 2-2 day for Tuesday night. Let's go talk about the games today. Miami going up against Chicago. These are the 9-10 for the West and the East. We're going to be talking about this game and then the Mavs and the Kings. I like Miami here. They are the underdog. They're +1. Just like the other night with the Magic and the Warriors, the second half, I guess I should say the fourth quarter from the 7th minute on with the Warriors, the second half for both those teams, the defense stepped up. Now, the defense doesn't really matter in the regular season. The defense matters in the playoffs. And I call this the playoffs because it technically is the playoffs. Some of the teams aren't playing. These teams made it to the play-in, which I really don't like, but they're in the playoffs. The Heat defensively are a million times better than Chicago Bulls. The Heat offensively, they've gotten better. The 110.6 points per game, they used to be averaging less points per game than they were giving up per game. That's now not the case. They're giving up 110 points, and now they're 0.6 plus in the margin. The offense has gotten better. That's because Andrew Wiggins has come over. They have Tyler Hero. They have Bam Adebayo. They've been getting some good production from the bench. The Chicago Bulls are a very streaky team. Can they score 140 points in this game? Yes, they can do that. But the defense has been so bad all season long. I think Miami defensively, they step up in this game. They have pretty productive offense going up against the Chicago Bulls defense, and they win this game outright going up against Chicago. This has been the thing for Chicago over the last couple seasons with the play-in. They get into the play-in, they get their ass kicked, they go to the offseason, and then they just repeat for the next year. So I'm going to take Miami here on the money line as the first play of the day. Second play, I'm going with another upset. The Mavericks. They're going to be +5.5 if you want to take the points. I don't want the points. I want the defense, and I want the Mavericks money line. Now the defense hasn't been overly great ever since the trade of Luka. They thought they were going to get better. That's because they've been dealing with a lot of injuries, including Anthony Davis. Well, Anthony Davis is going to be back on the floor tonight. It's going to be extremely hard for the Sacramento Kings to get things going in the paint with Domantas Sabonis. The Kings going to have to rely on the three-point shooting, and that could be just fine for the Sacramento Kings. They could, go 15 of 30 from the outside, just like Chicago can put up 130 points. But the three-point shooting has been very, very streaky for the Sacramento Kings. And if they can't make threes, they can't score. They've been a very efficient scoring team this year. But once again, the defense lacks 115.3 points per game. You see the Dallas Mavericks, 115.4 points per game. They've been injured. They've been hurt. They've been playing bench players. This is a team that's almost healthy enough to compete in the playoffs going up against a 1 or a 2 seed. They're going to get swept, but I think they can beat the Sacramento Kings, especially on the defensive side. Make your shots, play defense. They're going to win this game outright. I'm going to take the Mavericks on the money line as the final play of the day. Let's go to the player props for tomorrow. We're going to be taking Anthony Davis. Now, if you're a Mavericks fan and Mavericks ownership, you're probably not happy about the trade of Luka for AD. mainly because Anthony Davis has only played 9 games ever since the trade. He's only scoring 20 points per game for the Mavericks, 15 or 13 rebounds per game. We're going to see Anthony Davis hopefully play like he did the first game he played for the Dallas Mavericks. He's going to be very aggressive. He's going to shoot 20 times. They're going to feed him the ball down low. Domantas Sabonis is undersized for a center. He's a very good center. He's a very good rebounder. He is just a little bit undersized going up against Anthony Davis in this game. Sacramento Kings, they allow the most points per game, almost the most points per game inside the paint this season. I'm taking AD to have himself a big day. 25.5 points as the first play of the day. And the second play of the night, Tyler Hero over his total points of 24.5. You could really just take anybody for the Heat. I was thinking either Bam, Hero, or Wiggins because obviously those are the big three for them right now. But I'm going with Tyler Hero, 24.5 points. The thing about Tyler Hero is he hasn't been doing a lot of damage from the outside. He can do damage from the outside his entire career up until about, 9-10 weeks ago. He's been doing most of his damage from the outside. But over the last couple weeks, couple months, he's been going inside. He's been drawing contact. He's been getting himself to the line. He's not settling for the three. He's being a lot more aggressive. And that's what the Heat needed to see. This is a guy who can lead their team for the next several years. He was a bench player, a role player for the first couple years of his career. Now he's asked to be one of the main guys. And I think he is stepping into that role very nicely. He's going to be very aggressive in this game. Hopefully, just like AD takes 15 to 20 shots, I think he will get that 24.5 number, especially going up against a defense like the Chicago Bulls. Give me his over 24.5 points as the final play of the day. NBA recap, Miami money line, Dallas money line, going both underdogs to fight their way into the matchups against Memphis and the Atlanta Hawks. Anthony Davis over 25.5 points going up against the Kings, and then Tyler Hero over 24.5 points going up against the Chicago Bulls as the final play of the day. Guys, that's going to do it for the NBA picks and props for Wednesday, April 16th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a good video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.